Hey, welcome back to Dave's Post-Apocalyptic World. On this most special night, we're going to do something new today. So another old school decided to throw out this old telescope to donate to this old school. It is the Meade LX200, and tonight we're going to take it for a test spin for the first time. You can see behind me we've got a nice half moon going, and the mission tonight is to try to take photos of the moon using a DSLR camera and one of our newer Canon M50s. They're both Canons, and the M50s are the ones that I use to do all my videos, and this is like an old, you can get these pretty cheap now, so they're going to hook up right here in the telescope. I've never used this telescope before, so we're going to align it. It's got a GPS, I think, and see what we can do. This is kind of a trial run. I got some lights going on here. They can dim for later when we need less light. And I'm really excited for this new series. So we're going to explore the solar system. We're going to look at the moon and the planets and even nebulae. What a great time to be alive. You can get on your roof and with your telescope look millions and millions of light years away at nebulae and solar systems and galaxies and even exoplanets. So we're going to start with our moon, and maybe we also have Saturn and Jupiter laying right there. Let's take a closer look at what the alignment of the moon and planets are with this new software. It's not new. This software called Sandbox Universe, or Universe Sandbox, where we can actually zoom out the camera from this rooftop and look up to see why the moon is where it is and how far it is in real scale. But also we have right behind there, we've got Jupiter and Saturn lining right up behind us. So this is really exciting. Let's see how far we can get tonight. Okay, so this is our program, Universal Sandbox. It allows us to see in real scale, in real time, what the solar system looks like. In this case, here's our moon and our Earth. And if we were able to fly out from the moon to the Earth, this is what it would look like. And the moon is about 250,000 miles. So if you can imagine having a car driving that far, that's how far it is. Next, we have Jupiter and all of its moons. So we're going to look at that tonight. It's got a bunch of moons that we can see through the telescope, hopefully. And Jupiter is about 485 million miles away. So figure 2,000 times the distance to the moon. And here's Saturn that hopefully we can look at with its rings. And that's about twice as far as Jupiter. So that's 800 million miles away, or 4,000 times the distance to the moon. And that's what that looks like. But let's say we want a bigger view of the whole solar system. This is what I love the most about this. So I set the system to our current date and time in the evening. And again, if we were able to zoom out like a Superman or something, this is the size of it, the scale of it. And we can see how far it is from the sun. But also now we can look on the horizon and see Jupiter and Saturn right where they are. And that's going to be confirmed with the app on our phone and what we actually see in the sky, that Jupiter is actually right there and Saturn is right there. I mean, what a time to be alive that we can do this. That's some good entropy right there. So there's Jupiter, just about in between Saturn and Earth, actually, at 400 something million miles away. You can see they're kind of in the center, and there's our galaxy in the background. Pretty nifty, I would say. Boy, howdy. All right, so this thing has like a computer on it. I don't know. So I'm just going to turn it on. And we're going to do this together. So this does supposedly have a GPS. And I guess the idea is that once it knows where it is, and we're going to point at some stars, maybe 2 or 3 of them. And after that point, it's going to know where everything is. So then we can just like type moon or type Saturn and it's gonna know where to go, supposedly. And then also because things move, well, we move, stars kind of move, I guess. This makes it so that if you have a camera, that it'll follow along so you don't have to continually adjust it. Press 0 to align or mode for menu. So I'm gonna go 0 to align. Oh wow, it's moving. You see that? Nice. Oh man, I see some clouds coming up on the moon there. All right, so I guess this thing's gonna do its thing. It's finding home now. And while we're at it, I'm gonna affix the first camera, which is this big daddy. I'm assuming the newer camera is gonna be better, so we're gonna start with this older one first. And I'll wait for it to stop moving and then put the camera on it. Wow, this is cool. So it's like moving, it's doing its thing. You can see the moon in the back. So now what is it doing? It's auto alignment releveling. So I'm gonna take the cover off. Whoops, I don't wanna cover off. What the heck's it doing? It's aligning, it's aligning, it's leveling. Shit. Oops. It's like it's complaining when I touch it. Now what is it doing? It's finding the mount tilt. Woo! I gotta go over here. All right, so how do we... Oh, this may be the wrong thing. I think this is the adapter for the other camera. Ooh, okay, that worked. All right. We're doing it live, folks. So we've got our camera. We've got... I tested the scope and the alignment earlier during the daytime, but you can't do this calibration during the day because you need the actual stars to confirm the alignment. But this thing's over 20 years old, by the way. And so it's the Meade LX200 AC something. And this would have been an expensive piece of equipment, like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. And I picked it up for maybe 7% of that, something really good. So it's taking a GPS fix. Man, this is fun. I hope, wow, I don't know what we're gonna get. This is cool. So you see the moon's got some clouds behind it. That's okay. I also have an app on my phone. So if we weren't able to get the alignment going, which is very possible. Oop, so it says center, brightest star, push enter. Oh, wait, hold on. So, wow, we just did something. Bear with me a second here. We're looking at... Okay, so this is Skyview app. And it makes it so that, like right now it's facing the moon. Like down in the horizon would have been Mars over there. So this is the moon up there. Our Milky Way is up and down this way. And over yonder is Saturn and Jupiter, just like we saw in that here. So it's quite a coincidence that all this is happening right now. So it's saying center the brightest star, then push enter. So I don't know. What am I doing here? I'm supposed to look through it? I don't see anything. Or maybe I do, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna pick. Oh, I didn't like that. So this is not center brightest star, push enter. I'm just gonna press enter. I don't know what's going on. It's still not fully dark outside. So now it's picking up a second star, I guess. Man, I think that's Jupiter. It's really, really bright. Oh, that is Mars over there. Holy cow. Whoa. So now it's saying auto alignment, slewing. Wow, Mars is totally... Oh, no, it's Venus. So we got a Venus over there. Okay, so center brightest star, push. I don't know, I'm supposed to see a star? Oh, I do. I think I do. Huh. Yeah, okay, I'll just press enter, I don't know. Align successful. And I just want to find the moon now, or, yep. I'm going to go to mode for menu, select item, object, enter, solar system. Okay. Okay, so solar system, got Mercury. Oh, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, Moon. Okay. What do you think? Do you think it's going to work? I don't know. I didn't really... I'm going to press enter. Moon overview. What? Go to. So I press go to moon. I don't know. Nope, not doing anything. Mode, moon, go to. Not doing anything. Oh, so it calculated, and then now it says it's slewing. I don't know, I'm a little bit skeptical. How does it know where to go? Come on, Mr. Moon. I can see it right there, and that's not it. Come on, Moon. That is not it. Okay, well, so what we're gonna do, Moon, I don't know. Mode, enter, calc, speed, out. We're just gonna go there. The moon is enter, full. Okay, so that's a failure. Hey, comments? Anybody know anything about this stuff? I'm sure I just kind of messed something up. I didn't really align it. Hopefully I can just use the buttons to move it. Otherwise, I'll just move it by hand, because we have a moon right there, and I don't want to waste it. We're going to start snapping some photos. And while we're waiting, Here's an aerial shot of the little drone on top of the roof of the abandoned house building we're on right now. So now I'm just going to press the buttons to make it move. It'd be nice if it follows it, but I don't expect to do anything at this point. So, what do we got? Can you see that? Okay, I'll stay on. Okay, looks good in that scope. Can you see this? Then I'm going to turn this guy on. Okay, I don't know. That's why I don't like this older camera. I don't know how to get to where I want to get to. I don't want to do the time. I don't want to do anything. Ugh. Hey, what do I see? Looks like, come on. Do you see that? Okay. Aha. Whoa. Hey, hey, we've got a nice moon. I think you can see that. Yep. So, I'm just gonna focus. Grab my chair, maybe change this point of view here so we can see the moon and everything. Okay, let's see. All right, comfortable. So how do we focus? Oh, with this guy, I think. Nice. Here's our first photo with a DSLR. Speed. Oh, this is great. So now it's focusing, it's moving. Got some nice craters there. And I didn't even mess around with any kind of focus or ISO, whatever that means. But here we are, taking photos of the moon. And moving, come on. This is why we don't like this camera, because you just want to take photos and it's trying to get you. This is nice. Someday we'll learn all these. We'll learn the names. Is it auto? No, it's not. Oh man. Come on, autofocus. That's not better. Let's try that. Come on. Ah. Just manual. Couple more. Come on. This is why we don't like you. Nice. Looks pretty good. We're going to scroll on down. So I look forward to comments and questions because, as you can tell, I'm a real amateur doing amateur-y stuff. Actually, I can zoom back the camera, I think. That'd be good. You can see the moon and me. All right, so we're just gonna take a couple more with this guy. Come on. I don't like you. So we're gonna compare these photos. This thing is not cooperating. Okay, we are so done with this camera. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, camera. We don't like you. Do not like you at all. So now we're going to switch this up. You can still see the moon there. All right, and moon. We're going to put this here. And now for the M50. Wow, cool. Okay, manual focus. Oh wow, this looks good. So in future videos, we're going to have things like here's our first photo with the M50. And whoops, that looked bad. I'm not sure about exposures. I really don't. What I can do is so that it doesn't vibrate when I press a button, I can use this app on the phone. Removing this, and we're gonna go peek. Getting there. All right, let's see about aperture priority. How about we're gonna try. Ooh, how about a movie? Let's try a movie. See what that does. Wow. Let's see if the movie does anything. Huh. How about that, huh? That's kind of nifty. So is that focused or? I don't know, man. Focusing. So maybe I can play this live with. So this is the moon going across, creating a movie. I don't know what all this stuff is. If that's good or bad, or I'm doing all sorts of different shutter speeds, I guess. I don't know. But this is the movie of the moon. Playing around with the focus. That's pretty cool. We're moving with it. That looks pretty good. Let's see. Last one. Okay. So now we're going to go to. I'm gonna try to go to Jupiter. Oh my God. Just gonna move it by hand. So some other time we'll figure out all this alignment. This is not good for today. Let's see. Okay, do that. And we're gonna, I think that's Jupiter there. It could be, that's amazing. Let's take a look again at the universe sandbox and see where we're aligning. We've got the moon, I think Saturn in the middle, and then Jupiter on that side. It's just amazing. Let's try this guy. So this is my app. It's going to show me. So we got Jupiter. You can see there's Jupiter, and then Jupiter, and then Saturn right next to it, up there. So we're going to go to, okay, so I think we're looking at Saturn, but it's kind of small. Even with this big telescope, it's hard to see what the heck that could be. And I don't know. Ooh. Oh, whoa. What did I just do? What did I just do? What did I just do? Oh my God. What are we looking at here? So let's do enter. No. Don't align. Man, this is work. So I'm going to tinker a little bit more, try to take some photos, and then we'll meet back in the hub to see our results. And here's a fade out of the roof. Okay, now back at the ranch, let's check out the fruits of our labor. Coming up first, we've got the DSLR camera. That's the oldest one. And this is one photo, and I can't even tell you what the parameters were. I just shot, and maybe in the future we'll look at other things. This is the M50 mirrorless camera. One photo again, unknown conditions. This is Jupiter out of focus. That's why they kind of look like bubbles. It shouldn't be that big, the moons. Moving along, we've got, this is a still frame of Saturn that we took. And so you can clearly see that that's what we were looking at. Much improvement potential. So for the faraway planets, and these are 400 million and 800 million miles away, that the movie mode was good in the sense that when the picture moved, it kind of made it look like one object better. I don't know, less blurry. And maybe that's kind of the point of layering and putting together many photos together to make like nebulae and stuff, which we're going to get into in the future. So I hope you enjoyed all this. You got a glimpse of my lifestyle at the abandoned building. You saw the roof, but there's a lot of cool shenanigans going on the inside too. We're making dinosaurs, we're working on solar power. This is the post-apocalyptic living that I love, and so I hope you'll join me on future videos. I also have other telescopes, some sky watchers that came with this telescope that you just saw. It was a whole lot, and I am also purchasing dedicated astronomy cameras because I'd like to get into nebulae also. So I sure learned a lot, including the fact that the planets are actually lined up. So when we looked at Sandbox universe, the orbits are kind of like in one plane. I thought the planets were like all over the place, kind of like almost randomly, but they're lined up as we saw tonight, so that's really neat. So that'll be about it for this video. Thank you for your comments. I do get to them, and sometimes I make a whole video based on your comments and questions. And on behalf of Little Princess and I bid you farewell and see you next time on Dave's Post-Apocalyptic World.